After we graduate from college, life doesn't come with a manual or a roadmap, and hence with so many options out there, it's very natural to fall into feeling lost and confused. And when we look around and see 19-year-old making millions, people traveling 25 countries before they turn 25, and kids starting their own businesses and people breaking records, it's very natural to feel behind in life. And let's be honest, 20s is a phase of big changes, from moving out of your parents' house to joining workforce, to taking care of yourself, to doing all the household chores, to filing taxes, to maintaining a social life, to following your passions and whatnot. It can really get overwhelming. And I myself feel these emotions now and then. And hence I wanted to share 7 reminders that have helped me navigate through these phases from time to time. You can only feel lost if you believe that there is a right path out there waiting for you to discover it. But what if I tell you that there is no right path? Any path that you choose is eventually right because it's yours. And the only thing in our control is to seek direction from our value system and navigate through the route that we have chosen. As an engineer myself, I love to optimize everything. But let me tell you, unless you are a chess player, it's very exhausting to predict all the moves, their outcomes, and prepare for it. So what if instead of trying to optimize everything and being right in the first go, we act for the plot? Let me explain. So imagine your lives as stories. So imagine yourself as the main character of your life and your life as a story. So whether good or bad, any action that you take, everything adds to the plot and builds your character. As a result, there is no wrong move because whatever you do is part of the plot and is part of the story. And you know the best part of it? The more failures, the more ups and the downs, the more the twists and the turns, the better the story gets. And just by making this small shift in perspective, we can let go of so much pressure of being right all the time. So with this, we come to the second point, that there is no wrong path, just like there is no right one. Because it's your life, it's your story, and you're the director of it. You get to direct it in any direction that you want. So sometimes don't you think we have very opposite desires? For example, we want to have the stability of a good job, but at the same time we want the thrill and excitement of starting up and owning our own business. Or for example, we want to travel the world, but again we crave that comfort of home or that feeling of belonging to somewhere. So when we have such opposite desires, it becomes impossible for them to coexist in the same time, and it leads to a lot of frustration. And in such times, I like to remind myself of one of those quotes, that you can have it all, but just not all at once. And this thought just makes me feel so reassured that eventually when the right time comes, the right chapter of life will unfold and I don't have to worry about it right now. Most of the times that we feel lost, it's because we are always constantly looking outwards on social media, in the news, we are looking at other people. But it's important to understand that everyone is wired differently. Like, people have different history, different chemistry, different dreams. So it's impossible to make sense of this world and all the people in it by looking outwards. The best thing to do is to look inwards and reconnect with your roots. One of the simple exercises that I like to do is to look back into your childhood and think of all those things that you used to do as a kid and you love doing it, because as a kid we were always engaged in things that we genuinely wanted to do without knowing the ROI of it. For example, as a kid I was so much fascinated with characters, letters and words. I would keep collecting new words that I would find anywhere, and when I grew a little older I would keep collecting phrases, quotes, and would use them in my essays. I remember in one of our summer vacations the task was to write a story, and I wrote a 14-page long story and I enjoyed the whole process of it. So long story short, what I mean to say is that if we look back and understand ourselves, that what are the things that we really want to do, and we try to invest our time in doing those things, I think we'll be better successful, and it will give us more sense of direction than looking outwards and trying to make meaning of whatever other people are doing. So this was best said by Naval Ravikant when he said that following your genuine intellectual curiosity is a better foundation for career than whatever is making money right now or whatever is trendy. So why do we feel behind in life? We can only feel behind in life if we think that there is someone ahead of us. But how do we know that someone is ahead of us? It's because we compare. But comparison is such a tricky thing, isn't it? Because when you compare very selective things. You compare their good highlights with your bad behind the scenes. And let's get it straight, like unless and until you are ready to swap your 100% with someone 100%, we shouldn't compare. And when I say 100%, it means your health, your wealth, your ideas, your family, your friends, your life, your skills, your strengths, everything. And if you're not ready to swap and do a 100% exchange, I don't think so comparison makes any sense. And I don't think so any one of us would want to do a 100% swap, because let's be honest, no one's got it easy. Everyone has their own shares of problems. Everyone has their own shares of good and bad stuff. So not comparing is the first step towards not feeling behind in life. So now we are not comparing, but let's say you see someone from your peer group doing better than you. What's the first thought that comes to you? That, hey, am I not good enough? Am I lacking something? Or didn't I deserve this too? But instead of thinking it this way and considering them as a competition, what if we turn our competition into inspiration? What if we see what is something that they are doing better than us and try to learn from it? It's a good thing that you're surrounded by people who are smarter than you, because it's an opportunity for you to learn from them. So instead of comparing and competing, let's try to draw inspiration and motivation from everything that's happening good around you, because we live in a digital age and it's impossible to not look around and see all the great things that people are doing. And though it can feel a little overwhelming and make you feel like you're behind, it's a very nice opportunity to level yourself up and try to learn from everything good that's happening around you. It's actually a good opportunity to level yourself up by learning from their learnings and by not repeating the mistakes that they may have done. So next time you see yourself comparing and trying to compete and feeling bad about yourself, turn that competition into inspiration and bless yourself. With that, we come to the last but not the least, and one of my most favorite reminders, that is to live in the present. It's such an important skill to practice, because eventually we will get all that we are dreaming of now, but then we won't have what we have now. So it's very important to savor and cherish this present moment. And also because let's say in future you have what you're dreaming of now, and in that moment also you won't be able to enjoy if you don't know how to actually live in present. So it's such an important skill. And let's not forget that whatever you may be having now was once a childhood dream that has now become a reality. So let's be more mindful of our present and enjoy the little joys of life while we can. So let's be happy, embrace the journey and enjoy the process as we navigate through this amazing and exciting phase of our 20s. I just want to reiterate that trust your timing, listen to your inner voice, believe in yourself, be kind to yourself, and just take that next step that feels right. And on the days that it feels hard, come back to these reminders, and I really hope you find value in them. So that was all that I had for this one. Thank you so much for spending time and hanging out with me today. I'll see you soon in the next one. Till then, take care. Bye bye.